And with Thanksgiving approaching, demand for COVID testing is up. DuPage County opened another testing site today at the Odium Expo Center in Villa Park. 100 cars were already in line when it opened this morning at 10 a.m. No appointment, no referral or insurance are required. The newest site can test up to 600 people a day, but the health department warns it could reach capacity very quickly.
At our Wheaton community-based test site at the government complex, we've been meeting capacity much earlier and earlier. So a couple weeks ago, we were meeting capacity at about 8 o'clock, if not earlier, and the site opened at 7.
And one thing doctors want you to know, they say a negative test does not necessarily mean it is safe to gather with people on Thanksgiving. We're going to have much more on that story coming up in a live report at 5 o'clock.
During his daily briefing today, Governor Pritzker spent a lot of time focusing on the economic impact of the pandemic and the restrictions that have been put in place.
WGN's Patrick Elwood is joining us now live with that part of the story. Patrick.
Lotus and Ben, good afternoon to you. No doubt about that. People across the state, says the governor, and really talk to anybody that's anecdotal in nature. You know that, you understand that right away. Suffering economically from this health crisis. So he is asking you, Governor Pritzker is today, to join him in putting pressure on the Republican-controlled U.S. Senate to pass another stimulus package.
It's no secret that the nation's current fiscal crisis is much worse than the Great Recession and more severe than anything that we've seen in decades. People are hurting and people need help. And things are getting worse since Republicans in the U.S. Senate decided to postpone a stimulus package that would help restaurants and other small businesses, cities and states, and the unemployed.
On the economic front, Governor Pritzker today on the dollars and cents of the pandemic. Some relative good news to report from the governor today on the health front. When it comes to the 7-day positivity rates, they're dropping or flat across the state. That hasn't happened since early October. However, the entire state remains under Tier 3 COVID-19 mitigations today and probably will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. Most non-essential retailers remained closed or at 25% capacity. While test positives are falling, they're still not at levels of 12% or lower, which would reverse Tier 3 restrictions. Illinoisans are getting tested at huge numbers. In the last 24 hours alone, 91,562 people were screened for the coronavirus. But with the start of the Thanksgiving travel period, despite the CDC's recommendations not to travel, more than 2 million people went through U.S. airports Friday and Saturday. O'Hare and Midway reporting much higher than usual traffic in recent weeks and months as well. The immediate outlook, though, remains grim on the economic front, the governor says, but at the very least, some relief has been coming from the feds, but more certainly needs to be done.
In recent weeks, fewer Illinoisans are claiming regular unemployment benefits. And for some, that's good news because it means that they've gone back into the workforce. But there also are others who are unable to get a job and instead are transitioning into extended pandemic assistance programs. Here's where that leaves us. We now have more Illinoisans claiming pandemic emergency unemployment compensation, the temporary 13-week extension of benefits that Congress passed as part of the CARES Act back in spring, and extended benefits, which Illinois and most other states have provided this year, than at any point in this pandemic.
So a big part of any kind of economic stimulus package that would be passed in Washington, a component of that would be the Bar and Restaurant Relief Act. Essentially, that's what that would be called, Lourdes and Ben. And as you guys know, millions of people here in Illinois, either directly or indirectly through a family member, are affected through the bars and restaurant employment scene.